On September 20th, 2014, Adam Ward hopes to complete the inaugural Ironman Maryland. This YouTube series is a weekly chronicle of his journey to hear those words, "You are an Ironman," and to inspire you to complete new challenges of your own.
It's Adam coming to you from the historic town of Cambridge, Maryland, where the inaugural Ironman Maryland will be held tomorrow on Saturday, September 20th. The community has embraced this. They're not unfamiliar with triathlon. The Eagle Man's here and Chesapeake Man was held here also until Ironman acquired it. A half mile into the city, I'd seen 5 welcome athlete signs already. Love it when communities embrace the triathlon community, and makes for a winning combination. Great race, great support. So I'm headed to registration right now, and then big weekend. Okay, here I am. This is where the swim will take place. The actual swim starts across the water there. We'll swim over here. It's about within 100 yards of this pier, and then go back and then do a second loop. So starts all the way over there. There's a red arch that you come out of when you're done. Bikes will be set up there for transition, and we'll take off and come back there, start running, and then the finish line's actually on the other side of this marina here. So I am in the Blackwater Wildlife Refuge here on the course at Ironman. I'm at mile 70, and this is one of the areas, the road's so low that the water between the swamps and marshes actually cross the road. This is what the Ironman race director described as part of the characteristics of a course such as Ironman Maryland. Meaning it's not a safety hazard. This is what makes this course unique, and just ride through it. The big thing I wanted to check is that are there any hidden hazards underneath that would cause a flat. The water is quite deep over on the left side. I'd say it probably gets about 3 or 4 inches. Then in the middle it's only about 1 inch, but here we are. You can see just absolutely flat in every direction. Be a very scenic course, quite different than the other courses I've ridden or raced in. Especially the last several have been quite hilly, quite a lot of terrain, a lot of elevation. But really happy and excited about this course, and to be part of the Ironman Maryland and going through the National Wildlife Refuge. So here we are, mile 70. So the course here, as I mentioned, is completely flat, and as a joke, this is the one elevation change here. It's probably about 5 feet, maybe 6 feet. One of the local tri clubs came and labeled this as the hill. So that's interesting. It's just a bridge that has to get over the water. But there's an aid station right on the other side of this hill. And so when we descend down the other side at crazy speeds, we have to be careful so we can get our aid stuff. I'll be picking up as much fluid as I can, trying to get 40 ounces per stop. And I will carry 7 shot blocks on the bike with me and 5 on the run. Okay, so I'm here at the swim exit. We'll be swimming out there towards the bridge, then across towards the marina, and then back in and do a secondary lap. It's super shallow water out there. I can stand up probably most of the time. Not shallow enough to dolphin dive a lot, but once you get past that red buoy, about halfway you can start dolphin diving in there. We're gonna come right up here through this arch, go through to the transition area over there, and you can see just a little jump up here, but not bad at all. The water's gorgeous. It's brackish, so your flotation's higher, and should be cool enough to wear the wetsuit in the morning. So, all right, we'll see you. So this will be a busy place in the morning. This is where we get our bike bags, and on the other side of the changing tents where we get our run bags, come right in there from the swim in, and then you can see the bikes past the fence over there. Go out the other side, take off on the bike. So come back, bring the bike in, they take your bike from you, come through, grab your run bag, and then go start your marathon run right through that arch right there. 3 loops of the course. And here, it's race morning. A little hectic, a little crazy this morning. It's funny, just the day leading up to this when you go to a high stress situation, what do you look to for relief, and you know, what do you use to calm the nerves and stuff? And you know, my number one place to go to is God and worship music and meditation, and then my second is my family, really having them around and be able to talk with them. So it's nice to see, despite my crazy training schedule and despite my crazy travel schedule and you know, my goals, that I really root myself in those two things and in that order. And so here I am on about an hour and a half before it starts, and just really been reflecting, and you know, I'm trying to get sub 10, and there's a possibility that I could qualify for Kona, but the bottom line is I'm going to go out there and do my best, and I want to bring honor to God, to Jesus, my Savior, through my actions, through my performance, and really to be able to draw attention to Him. I have a "He is greater than I" on the back of my uniform, and He is, and He can help me through this. And definitely will be quoting scripture throughout the ride and the run today, as I battle to get under around 10 hours, or even if it's 11. This is a long time. So, really looking forward to this. Whatever happens, happens. I'm here to have fun, here to enjoy the race. Glad to be racing on my hometown turf from when I was a child. I grew up about 50 miles to the west of here, across the bay. So, pretty cool. All right, peace out. Well, I'm back in Wisconsin. Sorry I didn't do any post-race blurb from Maryland, but look what I'm wearing. Finisher shirt and the finisher medal. Yes, indeed. So it's a mixed bag of emotions. Ironman Maryland. You know, by calculator, I should have finished about 10:22. That's 2.2 times your fastest half speed, and I finished just under 10:17. The swim was rough. There's tidal current, slight river current, chop, and then of course, when you have that many athletes in the water, there's a lot of bumping. I had to sight frequently, so it was an hour and 21 minutes for the swim, which I was hoping to do about an hour and 15. And I got on the bike, and I was hoping, I really wanted to break 5 hours on the bike, and the course was dead flat. And so I kept my heart rate low, about 130 to 135, lower than what I've been training at. And I was average 23, actually over 23 miles an hour on the bike. I finished in 4:51. But at mile 94, my body almost shut down. I almost passed out, blacked out. And I was hydrating, and I was taking on electrolytes, and I wasn't sure what it is, but I think I consumed too much fluid. So that was just weird to have that happen. So I had to slow down the last 20 miles, and I still averaged 23 miles an hour. So I was really happy with the bike ride. I'm very happy with my brand new, hot off the press, first production run carbon Orr Catalyst wheel covers for my ES88s. Performed flawlessly, and then so my body, and then at that point I was wondering if I could finish the race, you know, because I felt so bad. So I knew my 10-hour mark was possible if I could have done a good run, but the run was just brutal, and I had to walk a lot. Still managed to finish a sub 4 marathon time. I think I finished 3:56, which was 9-minute 2-second miles, but that was the most disappointing. I really wanted to do 8:15 or 8:30 miles at the worst. I want to thank God for helping me get through the race, man. I was praying a lot during the course, you know, to just try to stay conscious on the bike that last 20 miles and just to be able to finish and not be in too much pain on the run. And God really helped me push through and be wise and make adjustments. Even if I would have done 10 hours, the Kona part probably wouldn't have happened because there were some brilliantly fast people. 5th place was 9 hours and 29 minutes. And even on my best day, that would have been really hard to do. I would have had to run 7:45 miles and then clock a quick run. But very happy. I'm not racing Ironman next year. Boycotting due to the pro field and the distribution of prize money. Although I was really happy with not having a pro field here this weekend. That was really cool. So I'm not doing any Ironman events next year. I will be registering or submitting an application for the 2016 Ultraman. That's why I signed up for this race. I will be doing the Beach to Battleship ultra distance triathlon in North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, next October. Deferred that from this year to next year just for family scheduling reasons. And then I'm going to try to do some halves, probably the Challenge family and a couple other local ones. It was so awesome to have people out there cheering for me. My wife was out there. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law came, drove out from Ohio for that. My sister and her husband and her 3 kids drove up from southern Maryland to come out there. My next door neighbor for 12 years, Shane Blodgett in Maryland, he drove out to watch. Best friend in high school and best man Brian Peacock. Shane was also in my wedding. He was out there. My son Jordan drove up with a friend from South Carolina, so they were out there, and my family got to watch it, and a lot of you guys got to watch it, the finish online. My wife was interviewed during the race, so there's a link to that video in the comment section. So that was pretty cool, and the YouTube channel was featured. But just an awesome day. You know, Ironman puts on amazing events. It was a great race, fantastically fast course. You know, some people complain the swim seemed a little long, but it was you know, not ideal conditions in the water. But I would do that course over in a heartbeat. You know, I loved it. Makes me want to try Ironman Florida or Ironman Texas. But looking forward to Beach to Battleship next year. Set my PR on Ironman by 41 minutes. Next time I do it, I want to break 10, get into the 9-hour mark, and I'll have to work on my running for that. So that's it. So thanks for watching my road to Ironman Maryland, journey to Ironman Maryland, 18 weeks. And for all of you who gave me shout outs on the course, I really appreciate that. Sorry I didn't get to talk to all of you. Had a fantastic time. It was really good. Very happy. Awesome weekend. Fantastic race. Highly recommend it.